Hi guys, Merry Christmas. Okay, so I am here for the December Daily 2024 Advent collaboration with Tracie Fox at Tracie Fox Creative and her fabulous team. And we are working on Jay's Christmas anthology. Not just Jay, but Tracie's as well, but Jay's been the one that's done all the stories. And it's just freaking awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. Now I have I've been slacking a little bit, I must admit, and I did start making a journal and I never got it. Well, I finished the actual gluing the pages into the journal, but I never got around to doing anything more than that. I was going to do the rest of the front cover with you guys. I already have a few videos showing this journal in the playlist. I was going to finish doing the front cover with you guys, but I didn't. I cracked on with that in my own time. So this is how it turned out. And I was going to, the intention was to put an eyelet in there and then just wrap some ribbon or something around it, except I glued in that page before doing that. So now the idea is for me to add my take on today's collaboration video, and I am doing the Magic Toy Shop, and I have made this, and I will go into more detail in a moment, but I will be gluing this onto the front of the journal, specifically because my story is awesome. Well, I'll say my story, the Magic Toy Shop story is awesome. They all are, but it also talks about magic curtains and a snow globe. So I combined the two. So if you pull this side and you pull this side to open the magic curtains, you reveal a snow globe. Look at this, guys, and it's a shaker card. Now I know the lighting is rubbish because it's acetate that's in it, but hopefully you can see a little bit of that shine. Let me see if I can get it at the top, and then yeah, guys, look, it's snowing. I don't know how well that is working out on camera, but you get the gist, okay? So you can shake. And by gluing it down onto there, then you can pull both sides of the curtain at the same time, because this isn't going to move, which then just makes the whole thing even more magical. And then it will be glued onto the front of the book, and you can use the book as a shaker. So you can shake the journal. Yay! Okay, so now, as you may have noticed here, I am somewhat going to attempt to break it down on how I made this, because guys, I am not making it again. Absolutely not. It was a nightmare from beginning to end. My own fault, because I was going with one idea, and as I was doing that, another idea cropped up. Then I was, oh fine, I'll sort that out. Then another idea cropped up, and then another, and it just kept growing. And I massively overcomplicated the making of this for myself. So trying to explain it to you guys is just a no-go. I did film myself making this in parts, so I'm hoping that I can dice and splice some of those together to make it somewhat understandable. But just in case, I have printed out some steps. These are just loose steps to follow. It's not 100% accurate. Well, it kind of is. These are the steps, but it's a loose guidelines, I'm going to say. The background here is just one of the free printables that Tracie provided, and I just printed this on the steps onto this paper so it looked pretty for the video. These steps here are available for free in the links below. I have added it to my OneDrive, temporarily until the end of January 2025. So if you would like to loosely follow these instructions rather than watching the video and thinking, what is she doing? To try and come up with this, or once you've seen roughly how it's done, you'll probably be able to do it a darn sight better than what I tried to do it. But yeah, so this printout, not the background, just the instructions, well, the loose step guide, will be available for free on the link below. I'll add it into the comment section, I think. It'll either be in the description box or it'll be in the comment section, but it will only be there until the end of January 2025. Okay, guys, so let's see if I can show you step by step, roughly, how this all came about. Okay, so we are on, as you've noticed, December Daily Advent 2024, and that is the collaboration. Today is day 30, 30th of December. Happy Christmas, guys. I hope you've had a magical time, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you've had an awesome time regardless. I am working on story number 5, which is the Magic Toy Shop, and honestly, guys, just brilliant. If you do not want to read the stories, then check the links below, because Tracie has them available as audio videos, which is just, again, fantastic. And Tracie's husband Jay has written these stories, and again, amazing. So yeah, so anyway, let's get on with it. So step 1, make your background. Okay, so if we dissect this a little bit, there's 3 layers to this. So we've got this outer frame, then we've got the inner frame with the snow globe, then we've got embellishments, so technically 4 layers, and then we have the background. Excuse me, backed onto some card. Okay, so I just took, again, one of the freebies from Tracie. This was a misprint. But yeah, so I just took that and I made a frame, basically. Well, not a frame, but a square. It's not completely square. I'm not going to give measurements for everything, but this is roughly 5 1/4 inch wide, and I think it's 6, just one notch short of 6 inches length. So it's not completely square, but that's fine. And that was mostly determined by the size and shape of the snow globe, to be honest. I made the snow globe first, then I made the frame. So maybe I should have skipped, said to do the snow globe first and then make the frame, like the background. But snow globe wise, I just literally went onto Google Images. I don't think I've got one left now. I literally just went onto Google Images and printed out a snow globe silhouette background, and then I cut it out onto cardstock to then be able to use to trace around. Okay, so let's see. Right, so we're gonna, this is just a rough play, so we're gonna frame. Okay, so there's the background. So just pretend this is the background, guys. Okay, the pink bit there. Now, in the background, you can't actually see because of the snow. The snowflake that was here at the top, I embellished it. I embossed it with just clear, no, actually, I think it was white sparkle embossing powder. Not that it mattered, because the microflakes don't like the microflakes cover it up anyway. So, yeah. If you wanted to embellish the background, emboss the background. Then I took the elements. So, oh, sorry, there you go, right, so make your background. So, cut your frame, well, cut your whole background piece, and if you want to, emboss, which is what I did. Then, step 2, you need the embellishments, which for me are the nutcracker, a Christmas tree, and some presents. They're the only 3 embellishments I used for this. Now I used this page from the kit. I am unsure which story this kind of page belongs to, but that's irrelevant as far as I'm concerned, because if you download the kit you've got it all, so it doesn't matter, and you don't have to use the same embellishments I've used. So I cut out the nutcracker, and then I also used the tree that is in... No, I didn't. I was going to say I also used the tree that is in the same picture, on the same sheet, but I didn't, because this tree has a star on the top and this one doesn't. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've cut all those out, just kind of... I'm not even going to cut it out, we'll just pretend I've cut it out. Okay, so then glue those on to your background and emboss. Now I did emboss these. Let me see if I can get it into frame so that you can see. Okay, so I did... Oh, well, there you can see the snow falling. So I did emboss these. So the little nutcracker here, I embossed his crown and all these little gold bits on him and his sword in gold embossing powder. And then I used a Posca pen, a red Posca pen. I just love the snow. To colour the red bits in and emphasise those on him. The presents I coloured in with Posca pen. Red and green and then white dots, and I went over the ribbon bits with gold embossing powder. And then the tree, I'm trying to get it in so that you can see it, and then the tree, I went over the tree with some peeled paint archival ink, and then I dotted on I did, yes, right. So with my little embossing pen, I dotted on gold and... Well, I just made some dots. And I did those in gold and silver embossing powder. I kind of alternated. But then I used Posca pens to do some more coloured dots. I'm sorry it's not showing up properly because of the light glaring. But I just used some blue, red and green Posca pens just to add some more little gold baubles on, and I embossed... Whoops, sorry guys. And I embossed the star on the top of the tree with gold embossing powder. Yeah, gold embossing powder as well. And there you can see the tree a little bit better. So we've got some red, blue and green Posca pens, and then a gold and silver embossing powder. And then, as I said, to make the tree green, more green, I went over it with some peeled paint, archival ink and a blending brush, makeup brush. So that's what I did for that. Okay, so you've got your background first. Let's zoom you back out. Background first, then the embellishments glued onto the background. Okay, then you need to find another piece of paper that you want to be here, visible here, like so. And then you want to cut out your snow globe shape from this paper, but still leave a border around it. So you do your trace around your globe, cut it out. Okay, sorry, cut it out, just obviously more neatly than I'm doing. I'm just doing a quick little demo. So cut round it. Obviously, like I said, do a better job than I'm doing. Make sure it fits to begin with. Okay, so it's got a little frame around it as well. Alright, like so. And then you, whatever embellishments you've got on there, you would put your snow globe over it to make sure that it lines up or whatever. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip that to the back, and then you're going to glue some acetate onto it, like so. However, at this point, you are only going to glue across the bottom and the top and the two sides. Leave the top empty so that it is like a pocket. Okay, I know this isn't acetate, but I mean you could use this, but acetate's better, you can see through it better. So right now you will have your background with all your embellishments on, and then you will have this frame with your snow globe shape, and then you will have some clear acetate there glued down that side, the bottom side, and that side. This bit will be open. In this bit here, between no, sorry, I need to read my steps. I'm getting it wrong. Glue the acetate all the way around. Back up a bit, woman, back up. Right, you glue the acetate all the way around the edges, okay, because we want this to be secure. So glue it along the edges, all along here, everywhere. Glue the acetate shut. Right, sorry guys. Then, once that is firmly glued on, then you put that over the top of your back edge. Then you glue down the side, the bottom and the top, and you leave it open at the sides and the bottom and the other side, not the top, sorry. And then you will have a gap between your background and your snow globe with the acetate. And in there is where you sprinkle mica powder. Well, I just use mica powders because that's all I had. Mica powder or glitter or a mixture of both, or sequins, or whatever you want to put in there, because that is how you get the snowy effect. As I said, I just have mica powder in there. Right, once you've done that and you've added as much or as little as you want, then you glue the top shut, so the whole thing is sealed. Okay, everything is sealed after you've put your mica powder or glitter in. The whole thing is one, okay? Seal it. Then, pop that to one side. Honestly, guys, crazy. Then, you need to, okay, glue bottom sides, frame, add the mica powder, mica flakes, glue top edge of snow globe, frame closed. Okay, then we need to make a new frame, because that is going to be this top frame here. As you can see here, one side, before I put the acetate on, one side cut out my snow globe, I embossed around the edge with silver embossing powder. Do that before you put your acetate on, otherwise your acetate will melt. Yeah, so then you're going to cut a frame. So it needs to, you just need to cut a frame. It doesn't even need to show the sides, you know, but you don't want to make a frame small enough where you're going to cut off half of your image inside. So I don't mind wasting a bit of card. Okay, so I think I did it 1/2 inch. I scored, you can actually still see the score lines on it. I scored 1/2 inch around each edge, so that it left a 1/2 inch around the frame, top and bottom and sides. So it was nice and even. Okay. And then what you're going to do is, so this is all now one piece. Then what you're going to do is that goes over, but obviously do it better than I'm doing, as you can see here. So you want to see your snow globe and some of your background. And then you want to add some acetate to this. I really hope you guys are getting this. So add acetate to that all the way around, glue it shut all the way around, obviously not in the middle, but yeah, glue it shut. Then what you want to do is glue the top edge and the bottom edge of this frame to the whole piece. Okay, so what you are left with is this. So you've got your top frame again. Sorry, jumping ahead. If you want to emboss around your frame like I've done there, do it before you add the acetate. Otherwise, when you heat the acetate up, the embossing powder up, the acetate will melt. So then you've got this top frame here with acetate at the back of it, like so. And then underneath it, you have your snow globe. And then at the back of that, you have your backing paper with the embellishments on. So you've got your snow globe with the acetate, you've got your mica powder, then you've got your backing paper, and then I just backed it on some more cardstock to make it sturdy. Okay, and breathe. As I said, I overcomplicated it. You guys are probably looking at it going, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, it's right. Stop waffling, but honestly. Oh, okay, so, and then I used the tag that had the curtain on it because it's a magic curtain. As you can see, I did some more embossing. I swear to God, guys, I'm not using embossing powder for the next 20 years because, my goodness, is my room a mess. I am such a messy crafter when it comes to embossing powder, and I've cleaned this mat a gazillion times and I can still feel it on it. I've got a little Swiffer and everything and I can still feel it. There's embossing powder everywhere. Every time I sit down I get full of glitter. Sparkles. Okay, so this is literally this bit of tag. This one I ended up cutting the top off. Okay, what I did with this were I embossed that with some clear sparkle, and then I drew those on myself because they are not on the tag. Oops. As you can see, these are not actually on the tag. There are a little bits, but they're not. This gold bit is. But what I did where I used that gold bit and I cut in between it. So I did this first. So cut out along this golden edge, like so. Then I backed it onto some cardstock, obviously bigger than that. So like that piece I put as close to the edge as I could, but I left a gap. Yeah, so I left a gap, but as close to the edge as I could. Like that, so that there's a big gap here at this side. The same with this one. Okay, so then we ended up with this. Yeah. Then I just took my embossing pen and made that line there thicker, that gold bit there. The curtain bit in the middle. I made it thicker. Okay, then I embossed it. And then I did these stars and circles all myself, just with my embossing pen. And as you can see, this is where you get your little slidey curtain from. And then I cut this down to size to fit the frame, so that that part goes in that side. This edge here lines up here. And then this goes in that side there. And they line up, and then I just added the tabs on the side so that you've got something to get hold of. It didn't say pull to begin with, they were just plain black tabs, but I thought, well, we'll put pull on them. And then you know to pull. And then of course when you pull, the acetate between this top layer and the snow globe helps these slide. And then you end up with your little shaker. Now, as I said, I know it sounds really complicated and I've not really explained it fantastically. What hopefully these instructions, as I said, as a loose guide, they are not absolute, but hopefully they will help you along in the process as well. Now, I wasn't intending on actually gluing this down to begin with. I was just going to add it into the journal as standalone ephemera. So as we flick through my journal side, the way that I've done my journal, we've got the front page there, we've got the contents page here, and then we've got a plain page there, and the story, the name of the story for that particular part. I've just added a bit of bling there because it matched that, and this is what I'm going to do throughout the book. These here, I was just going to colour them in with red Posca pen, and then maybe add some gold embossing, maybe colour a dress in red or something like that. Then we've got the next plain page and secret book at Scissor Lane, so this is into story number 2, and so on throughout the book. That is how I have done it. And as you can see, I've just used a plain sketchbook. It's all in the playlist. All the previous videos on how I did this are in the playlist, and so it goes on. And mine is number 5, which is the Magic Toy Shop. So, yes, my intention was to just find a page. I don't know, I mean, I'm on day 30, so maybe near the back. Find a page, make a pocket and put it in that way because of the things, and then just, you know, have it in a pocket. But then I kind of messed up the front cover, and I thought, well, actually, you know, this would be really good as like a front cover bookplate type thing. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it now with you guys. But as I said, it was just going to be some standalone ephemera to begin with, so I just added it on there. The December Daily Advent 2024, day 30, 30th of December, Magic Toy Shop, and Tracie Fox Creative Collaboration on YouTube. Okay, so now I was going to put it in the middle to begin with, but now I'm going to just move it down and put it towards the bottom because I'm going to reprint. In fact, I think I've got it anyway. I think I've got another copy of it anyway. The story title there, the Magic Toy Shop, and I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to add that to like a book plate, or make a book plate and put it there, because this was my day's number 30 obviously, but my story side of it is the Magic Toy Shop, so I'm going to put that on there. I don't need to know that this book is called A Christmas Anthology. I know that, but then you see that when you open the book anyway. But as I said, this is going to get added here onto the front, and I'm going to do it with 3-in-1 because this is fabric as well, and it's a little bit bumpy there, and I know this stuff will stick. I mean, you can sew around it rather than gluing it and all that jazz, but as much as I love using the sewing machine, we are not friends at the moment in time, so yeah. And breathe. I was absolutely dreading doing this video, guys, because it's like, well, I know what I've done and I enjoyed doing it, but how on earth am I going to explain it enough for people to understand? Because I'm useless when it comes to explaining things. I'm more practical than I am verbal. Although, yes, I do like the sound of my own voice, as many of you will know by now, if you follow my channel. For those of you who don't follow my channel and are here because of the December Daily collaboration, thank you so much for supporting myself and everybody else who has taken part in this collaboration. Thank you so much to Tracie Rolton Fox, apologies, for inviting me along to be a part of this year's collaboration. I did, I think, what are we in now, 24, I think it was 2022's December Daily Advent. I did one for that. I think it was day 5, I believe. I made a Christmas stocking tag, which is awesome, and it's hung on my Christmas tree. I really enjoyed doing that. I can't remember whether she asked me last year, but last year I was really busy anyway, so I would have had to have kindly declined. But then this year she asked, and I'm like, oh yes, I would love to. And then it was like, wow, is this what we're doing? This is so freaking cool. And then I sat there for about a week going, what on earth am I going to do? Consulted my husband a few times, and I'm like, Steve, what am I going to do? I have no idea what to do. My mind is just gone. And then it just came to me. So, yeah. And then, like I said, from there it snowballed into this, that and other. It was supposed to just be a tag. It was literally supposed to just be this tag, pull it out, and a sparkly background with toys and things in the background. And then it's like, but it mentioned... Please tell me I stuck that on the right, yeah. Oh, I had a horrible gut feeling I'd put it on the wrong way then. Thought, but it mentioned a snow globe, the magic of the snow globe and the magic curtains and this and that, and oh my goodness, how cool would that be? And this was what I was hoping for. So, you know, you pull the curtains, which curtains do, obviously, so you pull them at the same time, not one by one, because you've got to hold the piece down. So it does work better if it's firmly attached. So you open the magic curtains and you are greeted by the Nutcracker with some presents and the Christmas tree in the background, and they are in a snow globe. How cool! But yeah, so anyway, I think it's cool. But as I said, I massively complicated it for myself and probably for you guys too. So hopefully some of you will understand this. Those of you who don't, I'm so sorry. I tried. I really tried. Oh, I love that now on the front of my book cover, because it's just magic. Because you're just like, you just want to pull. Because it's like, what, where do I pull? What's behind there? And then, snow globe! I mean, I'm just a big kid and I freaking love snow globes and I love Christmas and what have you, but yeah. But now my whole journal is a shaker card. Love it! Love it, love it, love it. Oh, just look at that. And microflakes, oh my gosh. These microflakes are awesome. They're just silver. There's no kind of sparkle to them or anything. They're just silver microflakes. But they look awesome in here. But yeah, it is wicked. I love it. Again, I'm really sorry about the glare. I hope to get a better angle, but how cool is that, guys? Well, hopefully you think it is anyway. So, at the end of this video, so in a moment when I've said my bye-byes and everything, I will have sliced and diced, as I call it, the previous videos that I have done. I wasn't talking in them, so I will just speed them up and add music. I will add that to the end of this, so if this hasn't made any sense to you whatsoever and me rambling hasn't, then the videos may, but I don't know how good they're going to be. So if this is enough, you don't need to watch the rest of it, or if you need a little bit more clarification, then hopefully the next part will do that for you. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you've all had an amazing time over the festive period, and I'm wishing you all a very happy new year for tomorrow evening, or whatever you're doing, you know. We are going to my brother's cafe for a New Year's Eve party, and it will also be mine and my husband's 2-year anniversary. Not wedding anniversary, but 2-year getting together anniversary. Our wedding anniversary is in January, so a few weeks to that. Although it's been 2 years since we got together, we have known each other for a very long time, and we was briefly together a long time ago. But yeah, so it's awesome. And don't forget, this free printable, not the background. It will just be the text. So it will just be plain text. If you print it out, you'll just get text on a piece of paper, all this on a piece of paper. As I said, the background, I used one of Tracie's free printables and just printed over the top. So printed this paper, put it back in the printer, and then printed this over the text over the top. But this will be available as a freebie from my OneDrive until the end of January. So 31st of January, yeah. Yes, I am sat here going 30 days, that's September, April, June and November. But yeah, so it will be available for like a month and a day. And yeah, so hopefully guys, you can create your own versions of this or something downside better than what I did. And again, thank you millions for everybody who has stopped by and supported myself and everybody else in this collaboration. We really do appreciate it, and without you guys, things like this just aren't possible sometimes, especially for smaller channels. And some of the other makes are just, well, not some of them, all of the other makes are just absolutely amazing. There is one more make to come tomorrow, so do please check out the interactive advent calendar on Tracie's website. It is numbered 1 to 31, and you just click on the day and it will take you to that person's YouTube channel where you can watch their incredible take on Jay's anthology. And anybody who is interested, keep an eye on this playlist, because even though it will be in the new year, maybe in between Christmas and New Year depending, but even in the new year, I will carry on working on the inside of this anthology journal because I just love it. I'm not just stopping at gluing the pages in like this and leaving it at that. I've got all the ephemera pieces printed out and ready to go, because what I did were so this is like book 1, Christmas at Cottage Lane. So that is Christmas at the Cottage, sorry, not Cottage Lane. So this is the book, the first book side of it. These are the journal pages, like book pages, journal pages. So obviously this is the ephemera that's left. So you get these book pages in that first kit, like so. I love that. So you get those journal pages, and then you also get all this ephemera. Now I've printed some of this, I've printed a lot of this smaller so it fits in the journal. Oh, there's the nutcracker that I used, so it's in the first one. Yeah, there's another version of him there. So I printed these ones 2 to a page. These are just the tags and things. Oh, there's the tree that I used with the little star on the top. So I used the nutcracker and the tree from the Christmas at the Cottage kit. Okay. Like so. And then the ephemera pieces, the other ephemera pieces, I printed 4 to a page, because obviously I'm working in an altered book here, so I need these to be a bit smaller than what they were. So there we go. I'm not sure which one I got the parcels from, presents, but there's loads of pages in each kit, guys, so do please check them out, or if you've already got them, then have a rummage through your kits. Again, this is the same, so once you get to this part in my book, the secret book at Scissor Lane, then these are the journal pages belonging to this part of the kit for book 2, for that particular book. All I've done is literally cut them in half, cut them down to size and glued them on as double spread pages, like so. So this would be one full piece. And then I've got the bits of ephemera to work with, which I will be making tags out of and other things besides. Maybe a bit of collage, I don't know yet. But I haven't, again, they were printed 2 to a page, these are printed 4 to a page. But I just haven't had the time to go through everything and do any more to it just yet. So I will work on this throughout the year, and we'll get it finished, hopefully before Christmas next year. So I'm not going to go through them all. If you want to peek at all of them, then go back through my videos or nip on over to Tracie's channel and see her release video. Alright guys, so again, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much, again, from the bottom of my heart. You're all amazing. Yeah, so Happy New Year guys. Again, the other part of the video will come up next if that's what you want to watch, if you think that will be useful. If not, just skip ahead now. Okay guys, so take care, stay safe, thank you so much for watching, and have a great new year. Bye.
just happened. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents in sight. This year had me so mad, I've been bad, got coal that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. When I was just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song.
God's sake, what an idiot.
Stop it.
Yes, boss.
What did we say?
Don't freak, you freak. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.